What's up, YouTube? This is Bullseye8231, and today I'm going to be showing you how to change the brakes and rotors on the front of a 2019 Toyota Highlander. This procedure will be exactly the same for Highlanders 2013 all the way through 2019, and very similar on all other Highlander models. So as we begin, I just want to go through some things you're going to need. You're going to need the new brake pads. I personally like to put the ceramic brake pads on. Helps keep the dust down. They last a little bit longer. Also, you need your new rotors. These are high performance rotors. You're going to need a T-bar or a 21 millimeter to take off the lugs for the tire. And then, of course, you're going to need a ratchet and socket, which I think is about a 15 millimeter inside to take the actual caliper off, and you're going to need a jack to be able to jack up the vehicle. All right, so before you jack up the vehicle, what you want to do is just go ahead and break these lugs loose, just so that you can keep the tire on the ground. In order to do that, if you put the car in the air, it may be difficult to break the lugs loose, or even impossible. So I'm gonna go ahead and break these loose and then jack it up. Get your jack positioned on the frame of the vehicle. Be sure to remember that this is a front wheel drive vehicle, so the back does not lock. Therefore, you need to make sure that you block the back tire so it doesn't roll away on you. We're gonna go ahead and start jacking up the vehicle here, and we don't need to go crazy. We just want to get it off the ground just enough to be able to get the tire off. So we're just going off the ground just a little bit. And you can see the tire is coming off the ground there. All right. And once the tire is free, then we can go ahead and take the lugs off. All right, so once your vehicle is up in the air and your jack stand is in place, you can go ahead and run your lugs out. I'm gonna use this impact for easy removal for the lugs. And just like that, then we just lift the tire, comes right off, and we're gonna roll this off to the side. All right, so once we get the tire off, what we're gonna do is grab our 14 millimeter, and I'm gonna take that 14 millimeter, I'm gonna loosen these bolts right here at the top of the caliper. So this is the rotor, this is your caliper, this is what holds the brakes and allows them to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this bolt out and this bottom bolt out. Once we get those bolts out, we'll be able to access the brake pads and be able to do what we need to do to be able to change the clips and the pads. Because we are going to be changing the rotor, we're going to have to do one extra step and get our I believe it's a 17 millimeter, and we're going to take this bolt off and that bottom bolt as well after this one, or after these two. And what we're going to do is take that bracket off completely so that we can change the rotor. But if you're watching this video and you're only changing your brake pads, all you have to do is take this bolt out here and the bottom bolt down there, and this thing will come out and be ready to go. So I'm going to take those off and show you what to do next. All right, so the other thing we're going to do is when you're taking these bolts out, I did want to mention there is a 17 millimeter slot right here that you can put your wrench on while you're loosening these, so that you can get enough leverage to break this bolt without having it twist this area as well. So basically you put your wrench on here, hold it, and then take your ratchet this bolt out. All right, so now that the bolts are out, you're basically going to peel this back like this, and we're going to take this and put it right up on top of the rotor. Watch this line. You don't want to kink it or anything. It is a rubber hose, but you want to be sure to move it safely so that way it doesn't affect any of the brake fluid and those kinds of things. All right, so now we have our brakes and pins exposed. So what we're going to do is when we're changing the brakes, it comes with all brand new clips and pins. So we're going to go ahead and pull all of this out. The way you get these pins out is just like so, kind of just springs. And you're going to pull the brake pads out like this. You may need a flathead screwdriver or something to kind of pry them to get them out completely, but we're basically just going to work these out. Then we're going to put all our new clips in and be ready to put our new brakes in. All right, so now that I'm at this point, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the rotor before changing the brakes. So if you're just changing the brakes, you can go ahead and start putting the new clips in and all that good stuff. But at this point, because we're changing the rotor, I've got to deal with this caliper bracket before I finish with the brakes, because I want to make sure that my new pads and everything are on the new rotor. So what we're going to do is take your 17 millimeter and you're going to go back here, and on the back here there are two caliper mounting bolts. So you got one at the top right here, and then there's one down here at the bottom. And so we're going to take both of those off, and then this whole caliper bracket is actually going to come out. All right, so now that the caliper mounting bracket is off to the side, I'm going to go ahead and deal with the rotor. I'll put some penetrating oil here on the center of the rotor. The bracket is what holds the rotor on, and so sometimes these get seized over time. So what I'm going to do is just tap it lightly with a hammer, kind of loosen it up a little bit. As you can see, it kind of bent back now, and it's ready to come off. Go ahead and pull that off and put that on the side. Then what we do is take the new rotor and put it right on the wheel. All right, so here's a little pro tip for you. So if your rotor is dangling and not fitting on there really tight, one of the tricks you can do is use one of the lugs to lock it down in position where it needs to be. And that will hold it in place, so that way you're not trying to fight the rotor and keep it in place while you're putting your mounting bracket on and everything. So what I'm going to do now, since I have the mounting bracket out, I'm going to go ahead and take time to put these clips, these new clips in. So the way that you change these out is they literally just pop out. You might need a flathead screwdriver. I think I can get this one out. Let's show you. So basically you pop it out like that. Pull them out, and then we're going to put them all right back in the same position, and then we're going to take our caliper mounting bracket and put it back on the rotor. Again, you can do this while it's mounted, but since I got it out, I'm going to go ahead and do it here because it'll be easier and faster. All right, so now that I've changed all of the clips in the mounting bracket for the caliper, I'll go ahead and put our 17 millimeters back in where they need to go for the mounting bracket. And we're going to tighten those down. Good and snug. And then we'll be ready to push the piston back on the caliper. All right, so in order to push the piston back, what you're going to want to do is get you a C-clamp. As you can see, I have one here. And you want to position it on the back of the caliper. And I'm going to throw an old brake pad in here just so that it don't tear up the pistons on the caliper itself. So basically what we're going to do is just tighten this down little by little, very slowly. And as you're going to see and notice, the piston for the caliper is going to push itself all the way back in. So we're going to push that back all the way until it's flat. All right, so once the piston is all the way back flat, you can pull your brake pad off and C-clamp and make sure that's pushed in all the way. But once it's all the way pushed back, we can go ahead and reinstall our brake pads. All right, so before you put the caliper pistons back on to the mounting bracket, you want to make sure you put your brake pads in. So what we're going to do is just put these in exactly how we took them off, and they basically just slide in the slots like so. And I'm going to put the back one in, slide it in the slots just like I showed you. And then you'll notice on the back of the pads they have these little holes. This one's not in all the way, but I'm going to fix it when I can see. But basically I'm going to take my clips and put those clips in those holes, and then they're going to face toward one another, toward the center of the brake pad. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so once you get your brake pads installed and your new clips, it should look like this. And so once the brakes are in place and your clips are secure, we're going to go ahead and take the caliper and we're going to rotate it back around onto the brake pads so that we can then bolt it back in place. I think I'm gonna need 2 hands to do this to make sure I don't drop it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back in place. It's just gonna fit right on there, and then we're gonna bolt it down. All right, so once your caliper is back fully assembled, again, you push the pistons back. So if your caliper does not fit over your new brake pads, then you may have not pushed your piston back all the way. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to take my 14mm socket and I'm going to re-tighten the bolts here at the top that hold the actual caliper piston to the bracket. And so I'm going to tighten the top and the bottom, and we're getting really close to being at the end of this. All right, so now that the brakes have been changed, we can go ahead and take this lug off so we can put our tire back on. Again, this was just to hold the rotor in place while we put the mounting bracket back on. And so as soon as you get the mounting bracket on, you can take this bolt off. I just didn't mess with it until this point because I need to go ahead and put my tire back on. All right, so I'm gonna throw the tire back on, and then I'm gonna let the vehicle down and show you the last thing you need to do once you're done with your brakes. All right, so once you get your vehicle back on the ground, the last thing you want to do is make sure you tighten up the lugs. And so I've only done one side demonstrated here in this video, but I am doing both sides of the vehicle after the vehicle brakes have been changed. Because you were pushing those pistons out, your brakes are going to need to be reset. So you're going to sit in the vehicle and you're going to push your brakes all the way to the floor, and you're going to feel it be really easy to go all the way to the floor. And then you're going to come out, and then you're going to start pumping them up, and you're going to feel your brakes get very firm and tight. Once you pump your brakes a few times and your brakes are firm and tight again, now you know that all of the fluid has been pushed back through the lines and the pistons have engaged the brakes, and you're ready to get back on the road. Well, I hope this video was helpful. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment below and I'll try to get to those. See y'all next time.